everyone, and welcome to Mandela Effects After Dark. I know I just saw some of you seconds ago, but it's good to see you here as well. And welcome to the show. Jeff Zanzibar and Jeremy Orr is actually here with us, staying awake for the long haul to get to a Mandela Effect he wants to see. How are you guys doing tonight again, even though I just talked
Good.
a few seconds ago?
Doing good. Hi, everybody. I know it's been a long time since you've seen us, but we're finally back.
Right?
Well, for some of them, it has been a long time. Let me get to the chat really quick.
Few minutes. Yeah, just yeah.
Because Timoth Man is in the chat, and we haven't seen him since last week.
Oh, nice.
Dave the Damo as well. Christine Lynn is here. Super Mario Brothers 3. I can only go back so far, so I don't know who was first. If it was Super Mario Bros. 3, I'm sure you'll tell me. We also
Larry Shuttle too.
Yeah, I'm not even there yet. There's so many
new?
people here. Christine is here. Christine, it's been a while since we've seen you. Welcome back. We also have I'm scrolling. Jackie McAaron is here. I am still scrolling down. Seeing the same. Pushing button 62 is over here. Neo Freak 91X has followed us over. Noise Guru is here. Splatter 420. I'm still scrolling, guys. So much going on in the chat already. Let's see. Is that everybody? Did I get everyone already? Robert Humphrey's in the chat. Larry Schulte. Mandanimal. I don't see two people that were in the other show. Michael Fontaine is here. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Michael Fontaine.
Thanks, Michael Fontaine. I think we did do pretty good on that show.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
See, there you go. Do your voice. Don't forget. No, but that was better. That was better.
That was better than just the two of us. It was difficult. It was difficult.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so we have a lot to get to. So we're jumping right in. But I do want to say, I do have an announcement to make. All of the apps have expired. All of them. But the most important one is the overly expensive StreamYard. And I'm more saying this for people who want to watch on Rumble. This will be the last show on Rumble, unless we raise the money for StreamYard. So if you don't care about that, that's fine. We can do this on the free stuff. We'll put the little duck in the corner again. That's fine. We're just going to be limited to the hours again. We can't have any long shows. Can't have any extra shows like we did the election special. Stuff like that. And we can't be on Rumble because StreamYard won't let you stream to Rumble unless you pay $45 a month now, because an awful company named Bending Spoons bought them out. So I just had to make that quick announcement. If you want to see the show continue on Rumble and you want longer shows like we've been doing with extra shows once in a while, links are in the description. If not, it's fine. I'm just telling you they're there. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Jeff is already ready with his segment, so let me get started with his intro. Well, I am glad. I was about to stop it because the intro didn't work for me, but I have YouTube open on my phone, and I saw that it actually played. Were you guys able to hear it?
Yep.
All right, so it just didn't play for me. So Super Mario Brothers was first tonight. All right. So, Jeff, let's get you full screen so they can see what we're looking at. Now, I do have photos in between, and some of these, I'm telling you, are hard to debunk. And there are going to be some photos I'm going to explain, and some of these are not going to be hard to debunk, or they're going to be easy. So, Jeff, go for it. So this is a UFO,
Okay.
one in a shape I've never seen before.
Looks like a pride flag. I ain't never seen anything in the sky like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, nothing conclusive there for me. The Chinese or foreign language, whichever it was, over the semi-grainy video of an alien, that adds to it.
Mm-hmm.
That adds to it.
It really is just some person.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
So this was Fleckus Talks, and the next clip is also going to be by Fleckus Talks. But if you go to the next slide, I have close-ups of the UFO at different times with different light patterns on the next slide so that they can see it easier.
Can I say something real quick?
Of course.
To me, it kind of looks like the phone booth from Doctor Who.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I was going to also say a trash can.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you guys have ever seen anything like this before, but GT 1982 Mustang is here and says fake. I said some of these are going to be easy, and Dave also says fake. Nothing is real, says Jackie. I don't know. I have some demon stuff that I think is actually real. I'm going to be showing you tonight. Hey, Timothy, man, you're in the everything's going crazy timeline. All right, let's go to the next Fleckus Talk.
And Fleckus hasn't seen this. I'm just going to play it and then see what your reaction is, all right?
Okay.
It's a cryptid. Well done, in my opinion.
What do you think? It's a cryptid. It's pretty compelling, right?
Yeah. Because you could tell the shadows.
Oh, you believe it?
I don't know. There's a shadow on the wall.
Okay. Yeah, they got close. They got it pretty good.
And there those types of cryptids do exist. It's similar to a mermaid.
Okay. All right. I just thought I'd show you that. Fleckus hasn't seen this.
And if you go to the next slide, I have images of the transformation of the face.
Creepy.
Yes, I think it's AI too, Neo Freak. I totally do too. But I'm going to show you the transformation of the face on the next slide.
That looks very fake.
Oh, yeah.
So that is the face.
That looks like Ron Howard's brother.
Yeah. Clint Howard.
Yeah, is that Clint Howard?
I met Clint Howard, and I got to say, Clint Howard looks better than that.
Not by much.
Wow. I didn't know Clint Howard looked better than anything.
Right?
Anyone.
I didn't know that was possible.
Hello, Polly Rotman. Good to see you.
Oh, boy.
I have Christine Lynn and Christine in the chat. All right, next one.
Delicious. It's so good.
Recently,
actually,
Reddit
pause
user
it.
Jaded Wafer 6499 posted a compilation video.
Okay, guys, so
Mhm.
I'm sure most of you know who this is. And I'm going to tell you, I have never heard him sound like he's been possessed by a demon before, but I'm a little freaked out right now. So, okay, hit play.
I have.
Wait, who is this? I don't know who it is.
Kenny, Copeland.
Yeah, Kenneth.
Yeah.
No, I don't know who that is.
Oh, man, he's creepy.
Looks
He
it.
gets creepy here, really creepy. His eyes get creepy. Hold on. You'll
Video
see.
titled The Demonic Possession of Kenneth Copeland.
And
The
listen to the
video
words he
features
says.
snippets of televangelist Kenneth Copeland, known for his fiery preaching style. But here, his expressions and gestures appear to be distorted in a way some viewers find deeply unsettling.
The more we learn about this covenant of God. Don't ever do it. Don't ever feel sorry for yourself. Don't ever do it.
This continues for some time.
And we have a healing covenant. What blood? The blood of this covenant. Glory to God.
Some viewers believe he looks demonic.
Dwells in me, the pure, spotless blood of God. And Hesed was performed for me.
Look at his
The
eyes.
video has
Holy-
reignited
Yeah.
discussions about
Somebody needs a Snickers.
Oh man, yes.
But it's just the fact, the way it's almost like he spit out covenant of God.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had a hard time saying it. Just keep watching. There's more, and I'm gonna replay
the
that
concept
clip on
of
the second
false
slide.
idols and the belief that, in times of moral and spiritual confusion, darker forces might infiltrate religious institutions. This notion of demonic possession or spiritual corruption in figures of authority is a topic that resonates with a long-standing religious caution against following so-called false prophets, who might be motivated by personal gain or deception rather than genuine faith. Kenneth Copeland, a prominent figure in the world of
Hi,
televangelism,
Helen.
has
Okay,
amassed a
next.
significant following and a considerable fortune over
Oh, we're
the
not over
years,
yet. I'm sorry.
leading
Yeah.
some critics to view him as a controversial figure.
120 years in, said, yeah. Preach it, brother, preach it, brother, preach it.
What the hell?
Who do you think you are today?
Ultimately, the clip has brought the topic of spiritual authenticity and caution to the forefront, reminding viewers of the importance of staying grounded in their own beliefs.
The more we learn about this covenant of God.
All right, so stop. Now it's the next slide. I'm going to play that again. Listen to his voice. It doesn't sound right. And it's like he's spitting it out, like he's having a hard time saying it. So the next slide is just that.
The more we learn about this covenant of God. The more we learn about this
Pictures.
covenant of God.
All right, so
The
to the
more
next
we
slide,
learn about this
I have pictures of his eyes.
Whew, man, that sent chills down my spine.
He doesn't normally sound like that.
He sounds like he's fighting with himself to get it out. Like he can
Yeah.
just- yeah,
Like it's making him, like it's disgusting him to say it.
yeah.
So go to the next slide, Jeff, and we're going to see pictures of his eyes, which look really weird. And it could be artifacts. It could be the video. Jeff, are you there? There you go. Oh, you skipped it. Like, look at his face. It's just creepy looking.
Very.
And then the next slide shows you that his pupils are off. Like one is pointing up, one is pointing. The next slide. One is pointing up and one is straight. Yeah, the bottom left. One is pointing up and one is straight ahead. And look at the pattern. Like this could be just video artifacts, but his eyes look wrong to me.
His eyes look wrong any way you slice it. It's creepy.
It's very creepy.
It's like he's auditioning for the next Exorcist movie.
Helen says it's his voice and eyes, full demon in him. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
Yeah.
that too.
Creepy.
Helen says we rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
Shava
Absolutely.
300,000.
All right, so now we have some ghosts. They say one. I see two, and then I see a whole gaggle of them.
Gaggle of ghosts.
Yeah, they're doing
1000.
pictures after each
It's
everything.
4:27 in the morning when security guards notice this strange light on their feed.
Bien, y luego después sale como un señor, mira, se para ahí y como que se convierte en un señor, mira. Y se queda ahí, ahí todavía está corriendo el reloj de...
Watching more closely, a person begins to appear.
Graba muy bien, y luego después sale como un señor, mira, se para ahí y como que se convierte en un señor, mira.
Responses have varied, with some commenters thinking it could just be a frame rate issue in the old security camera. However, the late hour at which it was caught and the eerie behaviour of the person has left some people speculating whether this is something more mysterious.
Una pareja,
Hi, Wendy,
pero no sé, a veces
Brett.
empieza a mover y la cámara ya no lo graba muy bien, pero a veces mira que se está yendo por aquí.
Chava
All right, so the
300,000.
next slide, we have some
It's for-
close-ups. Because if you're watching it on your screen, you'll see it better. I see two people there, two apparitions. So what happened is in the video, if you look at it close up, and you can always go to my Flickr so you can see it on your screen. The light came across the field, and then the two people would just like pop up for a second, disappear again, and the light would continue until the full boy manifested on the next slide. And now here's some, so you'll see like the light by itself, then two blurry people, then the light again, and there's like a face back here. And then there's the boy. They said the single ghost, but it's not. If you go to the next slide, you may have to zoom in on the corners for the next slide. Like, do you see on the top right? It looks like another boy behind whispering in the other boy's ear. I see two there. I don't see one. So I saw two separately coming up, disappearing, reappearing, disappearing. Then one boy forms, and then there's a second boy there. I see a second person. I see two heads.
Mm-hmm.
I see two heads. Now, the crazy part is, huh?
Up there in the left-hand corner, I see two heads.
Yeah. Well, on the right-hand corner, too.
Mm.
It's like one is standing behind him,
Yeah.
whispering in his ear. But when they leave, you see there's more. Everybody's saying, yes, there's two. So the next one, when they're leaving, you're going to see a whole gaggle of them. Hi, Mustard Seed Faith.
Another gaggle.
So right there on the bottom left, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heads.
Mm.
And then it ends with a light streak.
I had brought up an interesting question about ghosts that we'll talk about here in just a few minutes, but I have a theory. I have two theories, actually, that we've talked about. I think we might have talked about them on the show before, but what I had come up with, brings an interesting light to my theory, though. Do you guys want to hear it now, or do we want to go ahead and watch a couple more slides?
Well, it's relevant, so you might as well tell us now.
So, like, okay, here I have two theories. One theory is the crossover, the dimensions, like timelines that have crossed over. Like, instead of us seeing ghosts, what we might be seeing is we might be seeing actual human beings that are not in their right time, but they have crossed into our time. And when they look over at us, it's like to them, we are the ghost. When we're seeing them, they are ghosts to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mean interdimensional?
Interdimensional beings.
A different, yeah.
And the other theory is that they're all just demons. And here's why I think this way. Because a lot of times people will see ghosts and they'll say, well, what did you see? And be like, well, I saw this woman. She was walking up on the deck and she had a white dress on. Or there was a guy, he had on suspenders with a tie, and they'll always mention clothes. They'll always mention the ghost clothing. If it is, in fact, dead humans or humans that have passed on, why would they be even wearing clothes? Like, clothes is not something that would die with your spirit. Like, it wouldn't travel with your spirit to wherever the afterlife is, in my opinion. Like, I every ghost that, or every human that's ever died, in my opinion, would be naked. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not born with clothes on.
Right.
You know.
That is correct.
Well, maybe the ghosts don't want to be naked.
I mean, they could. But what my theory is that if it's demons, demons can project anything onto themselves.
Yeah.
If they can, yeah. So
Maybe
that
ghosts can too.
Yeah,
You never know.
that might be true. But I think that if it is dead humans, then they don't know that they're dead and they're walking the earth. Maybe there's something that's gone unfinished or whatever, but I just don't see why there would be clothes on them, because the clothes don't die with them.
So they don't know that they're dead. So they're like some of our current politicians then. I had to. I'm sorry.
That was a good one. Yeah. All right, but there's my small little theory. What do you guys?
Are good theories.
A recent
they,
video.
they are good theories. I agree.
Thank you.
I do have to say, flat earthers, ignore that for a moment. Okay? This is supposedly taken from the space station over Russia, a mass UFO evacuation. Okay? Mass UFO evacuation event. Okay, goodbye.
Video titled UFO Fleet Over Russia, caught on camera by NASA, has ignited a flurry of debate over on Reddit, where it was first shared by user OKPeace4040. The clip appears to capture a mass of unidentified objects floating in space.
Look at this. It reminds me of bubbles in a soda.
Discovery also moving into sunrise.
Many viewers of the clip expressed genuine intrigue, questioning what the strange objects could actually be.
As it moves into sunrise,
Some comments speculated about potential explanations ranging from extraterrestrial activity to natural phenomena, while others felt uncertain, wanting official clarification. As of now, the sighting remains a complete mystery.
That's it. Yeah, Noise Guru says, looks like we missed the rapture, guys. Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah. But I like Euler Greg's answer about quantum entanglement, and that's something I want to bring up maybe on a future show sometime, if we could talk about like the U.S. government experiment with teleportation in the 1940, what was it, 44 Philadelphia, the Philadelphia experiment?
Yes, that's the one that happened a mile from my home.
Yeah. Those guys were all trapped in the walls of the submarine.
And supposedly it never happened.
Yeah.
Because it's the government. All right, next slide, Jeff.
Time until proof was caught on camera. Well, one night, the security camera in his living room was recording as usual, but as his son walked by, something chilling was caught in the background.
So you're looking in the dark area, that little hallway. And we'll zoom in, we'll lighten it, don't worry. And then I have pictures.
As his son walked through the room, a hair-raising figure emerged in the background. This pale figure slowly made its way from right to left, walking out of view. Dave's son didn't notice this figure or anything out of the ordinary time until proof was caught on camera. Well,
Alright, so here's the thing. I tried taking screenshots of it walking across, but the only clear shots of a human figure were in the beginning. If I took any other screenshots of the movement, it was just a blur, which I thought was interesting. So the next slide shows you the 2 images. Hey, Quantum Fly! So that was the only clear shots I could get of the supposed ghost.
I would say that's a ghost, for sure.
And it might be a grandpa. It looks like an old man in a white shirt.
That's exactly what I was telling you earlier. Like, my grandpa always wore khakis and his white T-shirt.
Hold on a second. Dave, absolutely not. We do this and then the Mandelas.
Yeah.
This is just a Paranormal Files segment of the show.
Yeah.
And then we go on to Mandela effects. Sorry, go on.
Oh, it seems like that was sort of like the style at the time would be a plain white T-shirt, like a casual. That was the casual look. The khakis and plain white T-shirt and hush puppies. You know, just saying.
I love hush puppies.
Oh man, yeah, those are some good shoes.
Another question in the chat. Yes,
I mean the food.
Yes, we do have guests on sometimes. It's just hard to coordinate.
Oh yeah, the food's really good too, but I'm saying like the shoes were comfortable.
I see a Spanish lady, says Noise Bureau.
That was pretty funny though. I like that. Hey, do you know why they actually call them hush puppies?
No.
Supposedly, like the sailors, like it would be out at sea, they had dogs, and I guess one day they were frying up some food up from the ground. No, I'm just kidding. No, they were frying up like fish and stuff like that, and whatever batter they had left over, the dogs was on there, begging for food like dogs do. And he was like, man, I can't get these puppies to shut up. And so he fried up whatever batter was in there and tossed it to him. And as he was tossing it to him, he was saying, hush, puppies. So supposedly,
legend has it. Yeah.
That's what I always heard. That's how they got their name.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, we can go on the next one.
Dealing with an unsettling haunting for the last 2 years.
This is
After
a
moving
two-parter.
into an old farmhouse with her wife and daughter, it didn't take long for them to notice that something wasn't right. What seems to be a stubborn dark spirit just won't seem to leave her property. Over the last 24 months, Jen's been able to catch incredible proof of what she's been experiencing inside of her home.
There's a cat on the floor, a black cat. The cat is what gets me. The cat reacts. Out of here. I'm out of here.
But in a terrifying twist, it seems as if this entity is willing to follow her outside of the house.
The camera just shut off. I'm genuinely like sitting here by myself. There's no one here. What the f***? And I don't know. I'm hearing a bunch of shit. And I feel like there's shit all around me. Nobody here. And that thing in the window is gone. The freaking blanket.
All right, you're going to see the blanket in a minute.
Did you just see that? Freaking blankets.
Watch the blanket.
Look at that. Look at that. Dude, there's nothing over here. There's nothing over there, dude. That's nuts.
While Jen was sitting outside completely alone, she began to hear strange noises all around her. And after seeing a nearby blanket move out of the corner of her eye, she began to record it. When suddenly, something we cannot see began to pull it off the couch. The movement of this blanket clearly looks like someone or something was causing this to happen.
Yeah.
Dealing with an unsettling haunting
Now,
for the...
Jeff, can you forward it to the very end where they did a close-up of the blanket? Because I swear I saw a hand after the blanket was gone.
I was getting ready
last
to
2
say it.
years.
Yeah. The very, very end.
Began
Right
to record it when suddenly something we
Watch
cannot
the corner
see
of the
began to
couch.
pull it off the couch. My
No,
blanket
you were in the
moved
right
out of the
spot.
corner
You
of
were in the
her
right
eye.
spot.
She began to record it when suddenly something we cannot see began to pull it off the couch. The movement of this
After-
blanket
right
clearly
after the
looks
blanket
like
falls.
someone or some.
Corner of the couch, right here. Watch it.
I see like a finger.
I saw it.
Yeah.
It hasn't come up yet. It's going to do it again. Hit play. It's not done
Thing
yet.
was causing this
Right
to happen.
there.
Yeah, right there.
Dealing with an unsettling haunting.
Fake.
Yep, I saw a hand. So, the second part, she's in the woods supposedly by herself, and you're going to hear footsteps, and you're going to hear "leave and get out." They put the words on the screen, but you could clearly hear "leave and get out." So, next
Yeah,
slide.
but at this point, I'm not believing her.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Here's the other thing real quick is I hate when they do the high angle thing where you can't see it up close, because when they do that, you don't know exactly what's behind like the cabinet or whatever. Now I know the cat's reaction was probably genuine, like to that cabinet earlier, but it was like, yeah, but it's a cat. If it sees that, of course its natural reaction is going to be to run off.
Yeah, but my thing with the cat was he was focused on that room before anything happened.
Before anything, yeah, he wasn't looking over there. Like he wasn't looking anywhere else. You're right.
He was sitting right in front of it staring at that door, and then it
Yeah.
swung open. That's why I think the cat part was genuine.
Yeah.
I think Quantum Fillet's got it. The blanket is Michael Jackson's kid.
They could have paid that cat too, says Pushin'. All right, let's see part 2.
5 days later, while Jen was walking through the woods on her property, she began recording after hearing someone behind her.
Alright, so I'm walking and I hear other footsteps that are not my own. Here, I'll stop. Hang on. You heard that, right? Nothing. No one. Nothing. I heard that again. Jesus Christ.
She holding her phone?
I'm out. I'm leaving.
Why did it pause? Oh no, did we lose Jeff?
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Here it comes.
What the dude? That was not me.
I heard that.
That-
whisper.
That's not me. I did not do that. I'm gonna
Oh my
count. Can you do
Stop.
that
Pause
again?
it. Pause it.
One.
Is that you, Jeff?
2.
No, I will
3.
not pause.
No.
No, did you say yes it was?
No.
Jeff, did you say yes it was?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that was you.
Shoot. Okay, that I heard that and I was like, oh crap.
Yeah,
Well,
I was
it's
asking
about-
her. I don't believe her.
Well, it's about to say get out again. Now it's about to say get out.
Just be the cat.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Heard that.
She was.
I need to make a call.
As
Pause
Jen
it.
completely stopped moving, the sound.
Pause it.
There we go.
So she did that. She was saying numbers when it said get out.
Mm-hmm.
So we know it's not her. It could be somebody else. It could be video editing. But what I'm saying is it wasn't her live saying the words.
See, here's the thing. Once I saw the hand on the blanket, I
That
stopped
was-
believing her.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing I don't get with the hand. The blanket was already on the floor. Why was the hand there?
It was inside the couch.
No, I mean, like, why would somebody who pulled the blanket down already stick their hand up?
Because they really suck at what they do.
Yeah,
I guess. I don't know.
that's what I was thinking. Just
All right, we can just go to the next one. You don't have to finish
bad
it.
timing. Yeah.
They're just going to repeat
Sound of
it.
footsteps crunching leaves can still be heard.
Like I said, you can just go to the next one. They're just going to repeat it.
I have to stop sharing for a minute.
Okay.
I got to fix this.
But that really did freak me out, though, man, when I heard that one thing. And then I found out it was you, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, wait. I don't remember that being there. Yes, she did. Or no, she didn't. Or something, whatever you said.
Oh, that's a good theory. Christine Lynn said here.
Why do you guys think the girl died?
Person behind the couch was stabilizing themselves with that hand.
I see. That is a good theory. Thank you, Christine Lynn. All right, here we go. All right, so you're going to skip. This is the next one. All right, this one I believe is legitimate. I believe it's a demon. And I'm going to tell you there's a scene where he goes into the room in complete pitch black before turning the light on. And I took screenshots and I lightened it as best as I could. And I saw things there. So go ahead. Watch this one. And you got to listen. Listen well. I'm going to mute.
Shop, he began to notice eerie things happening around him. He would often hear banging and witness doors opening and closing on their own. And as this activity became more frequent, he began recording his experiences.
Okay, guys, so I'm hearing like noises coming from this back room. Oh my goodness, bro, it's happening again. All right, I'm gonna go and look. As you can see, nobody's back here. Nobody's behind the door. Nobody just came out behind me.
Rewind it a
Like,
second?
I'm serious.
Besides the banging on the door,
Oh, they're going to mention it. It's okay. Just
All right, I'm gonna go and look.
Did you hear that die?
As you can see, nobody's back here. Nobody's behind the door. Nobody just came out behind me. Like, I'm serious.
besides the banging on the door, a ghostly voice was caught saying, "Come here." And the longer he was in the building, the more intense this activity got.
All right, so look, I'm hearing this door and there's stuff going on in the back. See, man, that's the stuff I'm talking about. Like, bro, and then I see something. Yo, if there's anybody in here, you need to leave. So if there's anybody here, go. Yeah, I don't know about this, man. I don't know. What was that, bro? Yo, anybody in here?
So,
Anybody
all right, so
in
he's
here?
walking around in the dark. I took
Yo,
screenshots of this.
anybody in here? No, I'm out.
After hearing the same banging on the door, he went to investigate, only to come face to face with a dark figure. This ominous being quickly poked its head out from behind the door, giving this man his first glimpse of what's been causing the activity. Absolutely no features can be seen on this unsettling face, and as he made his way into the back room, no one could be found. The more attention he gave to this entity
Pause
seemed
for
to
1
stir
second. I have to
things
address
up
chat.
and make it worse.
Bone Breaking Action, welcome. It's because you're on Rumble or you're probably on Jeremy's channel. This is my show. Everybody's on Sandy Diva Mandela Effects.
Yeah,
So
come on over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to share a link in your chat? So
Oh,
they
yeah.
know where's that? Yeah. All right, go ahead, Jeff.
For sure. Let's see.
Leading to a terrifying interaction that he can't forget.
All right, guys. So I'm hearing this door open and close again, and I'm the only one. Bro, what the is that? Oh, ow. Bro, I just got pushed, bro. My arm hurts. Oh, come on, bro. There's nobody in here. Ow, dude, I'm not doing this no more.
You got pushed.
Mama out, bro. I'm gone. I gotta go.
After catching another glimpse of this entity, he lunged towards the door, only to get pushed by an unseen force. He stumbled to the side and immediately began complaining of pain in his arm. And as he looked down, a massive red mark can be seen on his skin. This bright red mark looked as if someone had aggressively grabbed him. He somehow mustered up the courage to enter the back room, but as always, there was no one there. I've seen a lot of haunted places over the years, but a haunted liquor store is definitely a first.
All right, Jeff, go to the
Spending
next
some
slide.
time in the
Listen,
shop,
the next
he
slide
began
is
to
a
notice
video.
eerie things.
I want you guys to hear the don't go yet. The next slide is a video. I want you to listen because I hear come here, and then I hear kill you, come here, die. So I want you to really listen. I'm going to mute so you guys can hear it.
Okay, guys, so I'm hearing like noises coming from this back room. Oh my goodness, bro, it's happening again. All right, I'm gonna go and look. Okay, guys, so I'm hearing like noises coming from this back room. Oh my goodness, bro, it's happening again. All right, I'm gonna go and look. Okay.
Did you guys hear the same as me?
I did.
Like,
Yep.
kill you, come here, die. That's what I heard.
That was a good reenactment.
You're welcome. They're all saying it's fake though.
That ghost was wearing blackface.
Yeah, they're going to be canceled.
All right. So the next slide is pictures of when he was in the dark, and I lightened everything. I brightened it as much as I could, and I saw a couple things. Well, first, here's the face poking out for anyone who couldn't see the video. There's also a light that isn't there and then appears there. Like it's not there and then it is and then it is. So, all right. So, next slide. Close up of the supposed face. Okay, next. Okay, so there's also these two glowing things. I don't know what that is. It could just be something in the background. There's a bunch of crap in there. There's something green on the floor, which I didn't notice the first time. And then this is one of the images in the dark. Can you zoom in on the bottom left corner?
Is that a liquor store?
It's a liquor store, yeah. All right, so there's like, look at that. There's like a black shadow there in front of the box. And then at the top, there's like this light beam. Now, this was completely black, guys. Like, you could not see the boxes or anything. It was when he was in the room, you saw it. It was pitch black until he turned the lights on. That's where I'm taking these screenshots, where it's pitch black. There's that light streak. That could be a reflection off metal. I don't know. I don't know what that is either, because there's boxes there.
Oh, look,
so
there's proof.
Proof, yeah. Check it out. But the next one has more images in the dark from that whole scene where he was in the dark. I don't know what that is. All right, so if you could zoom in on these.
On what?
On like start, yeah. So there's like a weird, I don't know what these, like I said, you couldn't see anything. This was a pitch black image. When I took a screenshot, it was just black. There was nothing. And then when I lightened it, I saw this. So if you go to the next one, it's a little bit bigger. It could be a face. It could be a box. I don't know. The one below it, though, has like a shadow figure in the top right corner. Like, there's a lot going on there. And again, this is all like the same image in black, just a black screen. I took like rapid screenshots. On the right, though, it looks like that shadow figure at the top, right there. Again, black image. And here's another one where it's got, I don't know if it's a box. It's probably a box because it is a liquor store storage room. But I'm showing it to you just in case.
That looks like Amberbach or like Heineken or something. I'm just trying to think of like green label, like green label beers. Because that's what that looks like. It's like, oh my gosh.
And this is me enhancing his arm so you can see the mark on his arm.
Amberbach. That's what I was thinking of. Amberbach. Thank you, Noise Guru.
You can go on, Jeff. All right, wait, now we have UFOs. A UFO in the USA. And she says, sorry, there was turbulence. Now it's muted because there's just music. But the reason why I'm showing this one out of an airplane is because it does something weird. It kind of explodes and looks like one of those, floaters you would see that they'd say is a ghost on CCTV camera footage. And the reason why I'm showing it is because the next one has the same thing. Or maybe it's not this one. I don't know. One of them has the same thing. So that one's Iraq, where it's flying across. It's right near the end. Yeah, it's not this one either. This one is just a light that zooms off. Oh, there it is, yeah. So it's doing the same thing, which I thought was interesting. That there was two different ones, one in USA and one in Peru, that were doing the same thing with that explosion thing. Timothy, man, that's because you're on a different account. But we'll fix that. There you go. Yeah, because it's the 1500 club. The first 1500. This one flies off to the right. The first 1500 people are the loyal ones that will keep my chat safe if I ever get a lot of subs. After 1500, unless it's something special, there's no more wrenches going out. Like, I would have said that was just a plane or something until it took off at like such high speed. That's it. The next one. And here is a pilot flying next to a pill UFO across the water. So you can see the speed. I think that's pretty clear for what's happening. That's it. Just fly across.
On their son.
All right, now
thinking
wait,
nothing
this
of-
one, pause. This one, I always assumed to be video editing. Okay? And it turned, see, I like this person, this YouTuber, because they will try to debunk things too. They got information from the original person who recorded the video. So go ahead. Watch the baby in the
of
mirror.
it. He went to fetch his son, but what he saw next left him spooked to the core. He shared an eerie video of his son standing in front of a mirror. Everything seemed normal at first, until his son turned to look at his mom. That's when things got really creepy. The reflection in the mirror started staring directly at the camera with pitch black eyes, before turning back to normal. The video went viral in no time, and his followers expressed their fear and terror after watching it. But before you start looking for an exorcist or run for the hills, let's add some science to the mix. Netzians quickly pointed out that he is a videographer, so the video might be edited. While Nasrallah himself didn't deny this, some people came up with more paranormal theories, like the mirror being cursed or that this is a glitch in the simulation. What's the truth behind this spooky video? Only Nasrallah knows for sure. But one thing's for certain, if you see your reflection with pitch black eyes, you might want to call Ghostbusters. Doc on their son. Thinking nothing of it, he went to fetch his son.
Okay, so the next slide shows you the pitch black eyes in detail.
Mm-hmm.
Like it goes from normal eyes, it's transition. So top is his eyes normal, second they're almost fully black, and the bottom right is fully black. That's all. The guy's a videographer. He knows video editing. So
Right.
Scotty Denton.
This is from the Scary Cherry YouTube channel.
A dad from Warwick, Rhode Island, took his kids out for a day of fun and frolicking on June 23rd. But when they arrived at the playground, they found themselves in the midst of a bone-chilling ordeal. You see, there was a swing that was moving back and forth all by itself. No wind, no people, just an empty swing swinging erratically. Spooky, right? Scotty couldn't believe his eyes and decided to live stream the whole thing on Facebook. Over 4.5 million people have watched the video, and we're pretty sure most of them had goosebumps by the end. In this video, Scotty tells his daughter that she can't go on the swing because there's a playground ghost haunting it. The family sat in the car, too afraid to leave, as they watched the ghostly swing move all on its own. Scotty even points out that the other swings aren't moving, which only adds to the creep factor.
They are a little bit.
His son suggests that somebody pushed the swing, but with no one in sight, it seems like a pretty far-fetched explanation. A local Facebook user commented on the video, saying they drive by the park all the time.
Here's the thing. The other swings are kind of moving.
That's what I said. But they could also be moving because the other one's moving so violently that it's shaking the bar that they're hanging from.
Yeah.
It's the fact that it's shaking so violently and continues to go at the same speed. Like if someone had pushed it, it would have slowed down. And what we're about to hear is another Facebook user. Go ahead.
Stray dogs destroy car in Turkey's Sakarya.
Yes, go back. It wasn't done. It was. I wanted.
Scotty Denton, a dad from Warwick, Rhode Island, took his kids
where it was. If you play, you can see where you left off. You can fast forward.
for a day of fun and frolicking on June 23rd that she can't go on the swing because there's a playground ghost haunting it. The family sat in the car, too afraid to leave, as they watched the ghostly swing move all on its own. Scotty even points out that the other swings aren't moving, which only adds to the creep factor. His son suggests that somebody pushed the swing, but with no one in sight, it seems like a pretty far-fetched explanation. A local Facebook user commented on the video, saying they drive by the park all the time and see the same swing going crazy. So it seems like Scotty's family wasn't the only ones to witness this haunting phenomenon. In the end, Scotty and his family decided to call it a day and go home. Too spooked to play at the playground anymore. Could you blame them? Who knows what kind of ghosts and ghouls lurk around there? Smartphone in 1995.
Wait a minute, can you
Scotty
do
Denton,
me
a
a
dad
favor?
from Warwick, Rhode Island, took.
Can you go to the end to where it's swinging violently? I want to look at the shadow again. It kind of looks like there's somebody in it. In the
His
shadow.
kids out for a day of fun.
Right there. Yeah, there.
And
There.
ghouls lurk
Yeah.
around there. Smartphone
No.
in
Before that. The sunny
1995.
day.
At the playground anymore.
You see, like,
Could you
it looks like
blame
there's
them?
legs.
Who
It
knows
fits
what
the
kind
shape
of ghosts
swing.
and ghouls lurk around there? Smartphone in 1995.
All right, hit pause before we go to the next one. The last one. The last one is next. And it's not paranormal at all. I'm going to ask you, is this new behavior for you, for animals, for dogs specifically? Because I have no idea what's going on here. So this is more like a Mandela new behavior. Stray dogs destroy a car in Turkey.
Destroyed car in Turkey's Sakarya. Now, this is a bizarre thing to see. A pack of stray dogs that's apparently stalking the streets in Sakarya in Turkey, causing all kinds of mayhem. A guy parked his car overnight in front of his shop on an industrial estate in the city, and when he left it there, it was in one piece. But when he returned the next morning, it was in pieces. Initially, he thought that he'd been the victim of an attempted theft, so the police got involved and they all viewed the surveillance camera footage. It reveals a completely surprising answer. The car had been vandalized, but not by some hapless criminal thugs, rather by a pack of dogs. 8 dogs had laid into the vehicle, kind of inexplicably to be honest, and had torn the car's bumper to pieces. Maybe there was something exciting hidden behind the bumper. A stake, or perhaps a lost ball. Who can say? But whatever prompted the attack, it turns out that gangs aren't just a thing amongst humans. Dogs are getting into organized violence as well. Makes you wonder what else these animals might be up to. Perhaps they'll start tagging train cars and bridges next. It could wind up being a real reign of terrier. Stray dogs destroy car in Turkey's Sakarya.
You could stop.
Now
it,
this is a
that's
bizarre.
So what do you guys think about that last one?
I think that was a corny joke, reign of terrier.
Yeah, it was. But no, I'm talking about the obviously the dogs. Like what?
Well,
what is?
Looks like
They definitely tore that car apart for sure.
looks
Yeah,
like
but
the
why?
dog finally got revenge.
You'd have to ask the dogs. I don't know.
Noise Guru says chased a cat into the engine compartment. I was thinking possibly the same thing, but I was also thinking maybe they were trained to be drug sniffing dogs.
Mm.
And
Nah,
had stuff in his
they're,
car.
they're getting revenge on that car because all the years they tried to chase cars, they never could catch one. So this
Maybe.
is the age-old question: what would a dog do with a car if it caught one? You know, just saying.
I don't know, and that car was very compact. Like the seams are tight and everything. Where would the cat go unless the cat was literally hiding underneath? But wouldn't they be trying to get underneath? Not ripping a bumper off?
Undercarriage.
What is up with that? That is so crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
I've seen cats inside my engine. Like, I don't know.
I'm trying to find Jimmy Hoffa.
It's a dog-eat-car world, I guess.
Meat in there, says Mandanimal. Jackie says, updates are just random experimental changes to animals.
Could be.
Skunk, 100%, says Timothy. Timothy Man. Not Timothy. Is it Tim Mothman or Timoth Man? Timothman or Timoth Man? So 1 is Timothman, 2 is Timoth Man. How do I say your name? Hey, lovey love.
I always thought his name was 10, like the 10.
Moth. It's Timothman.
Okay,
Timothman.
I got you.
Thank you. I hate pronouncing people's names wrong.
But for real though, in all honesty, being serious, I've never seen dogs just attack a car like that for no good reason.
Yeah, that's a new one for me. So how about we get into the Mandela effects? There is one. There's two from Shifty Sunday, and
Okay.
Jeff, I'm going to ask you to yeah, you know what to do, Jeff. You're already ready. You're up. You're good. You're good. Okay. All right. So there are 2, possibly 3 children's shows that could be from this reality that were definitely not in mine growing up. Shows I would have loved as a kid, but I have never heard of them, let alone seen them before. Now, Jeremy, you've seen this, but Jeff has not.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out. As far as
You're gonna have a cigarette break, are you not?
well, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Come on back when you're done.
All right.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. The first one was featured on my so-called Gen X Life on YouTube. The woman who owns this channel is a year younger than I am. She lives in the USA like I do and claims to have loved this show as a kid, but this show is completely foreign to me. So I'm not saying it's Mandela, but it's foreign to me. Go ahead. Do you remember the little people, the letter people, or the letter people of letter land? Yes or no in the chat. If you already saw this, just answer what you originally answered, Jackie. That's all. What you originally answered, that's all. You can still participate. I already got an answer from Quantum Filet who said, the F is that. Jeff, what do you say? Yes or no?
I say I never heard of it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Jackie, we're covering it because we covered it on Shifty Sunday. We didn't cover it here. So Christine Lynn says yes. She knows the... Now, guys, I need to be clear. The photograph has nothing to do with the words. I'm just showing letters with eyeballs. Okay? So if the image looks familiar to you, that's not what I'm asking. Just want to be clear. Pushin says nope. Quantum Play is no. Jackie is no. Tim Mothman is nope. I do remember the minimum wage at $4.25. But when I started working, it was $5.25. No, only the letter men, says Mandanimal. Yes, they creep me out as well. Teletubbies, yes. And my stepdad had the red one that said F you. My stepdad bought it because of that. In case anyone was wondering why my stepdad bought a Teletubby. He bought it because he wanted to get it before they swapped them out. Dave the Damo says no. Christine Lynn says in print. This is not a print thing. So it'd be whatever you're thinking of is different. Unless you're thinking of in school. Hey Ryu, says nope, may not have been shown here, but yeah, nope. Okay, Wendy B, no. Quantum Play says, I'm pretty sure that was Dan Snyder's favorite show. Oh, God. I'd like some of what they're having, says Noise Guru. No, not eyeball letters. No. Like I said, the image is not related to the question. Yes, in school. I believe you, Christine Lynn. I'm going to explain. We're going to talk about that. 85 cents an hour. Absolutely not, Super Mario. I'm not that old. All right, Jeff, we can continue.
For nearly 30 of those For nearly 30 of those years, a major
Okay. The series began in 1974 and production ended in 1976. But this was on PBS across the country through the 1990s. This clip is from the YouTube channel Letter People Land. Go ahead.
major component of the Letter People program was the Letter People TV series.
Come and meet the letter people. Come and visit the family. Words are made of letter people. A, B, C, D, follow me.
Originally created as a locally based program in 1974 by the St. Louis PBS station KETC, the program quickly spread to other PBS stations across the country. The final new episode was produced in 1976, but the show remained on the air almost constantly up through the 1990s.
Club over this any day. Quiet. Now I need an egg. An egg to make my omelet.
The show used what many people consider to be primitive puppets, especially when compared to more complex puppets such as the Muppets. When the show first debuted, the Letter People Land sets were extremely basic with mostly dark backgrounds. Over time, however, new, not incredibly complex, but more colorful sets were introduced.
Joke I ever heard.
Oh, yeah.
For nearly 30 of those years, a major component of the Letter People
Okay, really quick. Love, you said send me that link. Which link? I remember Mr. Slim Body. Yes. No, this wasn't before Sesame Street. This was during Sesame Street, Ryu.
Yeah, Sesame Street started in 1969.
Oh, okay. Love was joking. All right, so now we're going to learn about what Christine, not Christine, but Christine Lynn was talking about in school. So go ahead. Next slide. Oh, wait, these are examples of them, by the way. And also the Lambda A. I think there is a bar there, but it looks like a Lambda in land.
Now, there's a bar there. That's a regular A.
Yeah, it's just filled in.
That's not filled in. It's in front of her.
No, at the top, Letter People Land.
Oh, you're right.
The banner.
Yeah. All right.
Do you recognize the letters? I guess not. The letters I chose were Mandela Effects, After Dark, Sandy, and Jeff. Our nipples. So these are the puppets that I have no memory of ever seeing in my life, but some of you do.
Yeah, we would have seen this.
Yeah, I'm surprised. If PBS for 30 years? Seriously?
That Mr. T guy cracks me up every time I see him.
He's so angry.
He is, yeah.
The original Mr. T.
Yeah.
Call me crazy, but the Letter People Land YouTube creator claims that the Letter People, not the TV series, the actual characters, were used to teach children the alphabet and their sounds for 30 years. That I did not learn the alphabet from this. I've never heard of this, have you? Yeah, hit play.
And meet the letter people. Mr. M and Mr. T. Mr. M and Mr. H. And Mr. F. Don't forget me.
Since 1972, elementary school children have been introduced to the letters of the alphabet and their sounds through the Letter People.
Can't forget Mr. F.
I never heard of the Letter People. Okay, we can go on. Yeah, okay. One of the favorite skits of children was the catching game, which uses Pac-Man for the C and the E. Look at the C and the E, guys. A pattern we saw frequently in the 1980s, but this was 74 to 76. I don't remember them using Pac-Man in 74 to 76, but they did. And the T's are cut off. Look at the catching game, the T in catching. It's cut off on the left-hand side. That's weird. Go ahead. Next slide should be a video of it. Jeff? Jeff, are you there? Oh boy. Jeremy, are you there? Where did everyone go? Hello? My God, where'd they go? Oh no is right. Jeff and Jeremy. Hello. All right, I'm glad you guys hear me. I see them on the screen, but I don't hear them. They're not even disappearing. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to text them right now. Guys, I don't know what's going on. They just literally just dropped on us at the same time. Wait, there's Jeff. Okay, Jeff is here.
A major feature of word building was the catching game.
Okay, Jeff, are you here? You guys are both muted.
It started messing up on me. Hold on.
Okay, Jeremy, are you here? I've been calling for both of you for like 2 minutes.
When, where, why?
Yeah, as I said, I've been calling for you guys for 2 minutes. I was here by myself.
I'm so sorry, dude. Look, here's the deal. I am crashing.
Okay.
Pretty hard. So, with no further ado, I'm gonna boogaloo.
Sounds good. Which stinks because we were one away from the one you wanted to see, but you can always watch it in the morning.
Oh heck yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to say goodnight, guys. I've enjoyed doing both shows. But yeah, it's way past my bedtime, man.
Yep, I got you. Thanks for being here as long as you were.
Hey, thanks for having me. And thanks for letting me sign the cast or whatever it's called. Appreciate it.
No problem. All right, well, you have a great night. Get some sleep. Everybody's saying good night to you in the chat.
Oh, well, good night, everybody.
Good night, Jeremy.
Good night, Mr. Jeff. Or should I say Monsieur Jeff? I don't know. But I will leave you with these words. Just remember, what you guys do today and tonight isn't just half the battle. It's the whole damn war. You know, just saying. But,
Nice parting words.
well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, Jeremy.
Quantum Fillet says I'll take his place.
Okay. Well, no, see, that's the thing. If I have a guest on, I want to interview them. especially if it's the first time. I want to ask you about your experience with Mandela effect. I have a whole list of questions to ask. But we can set that up. Send me an email, and we'll definitely have you on and do an interview show. I call them community spotlights. So here's another clip of the catching game so you can get an idea of what it was like.
A major feature of word building was the catching game, which originated as a TV game show hosted by Monty Swell.
I want you to sound out the word and tell me which letter person are you going to call out here to get into the starting clue box?
Let me see. Sap. 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 Well, the starting sound I hear is the same sound that starts Super Socks. Oh, I'm going to call out that superhero again, Mr. Red.
A major feature of word building was the catching game, which originated as
Okay, so the new Letter People Land Alphabet Bunch unofficial fan reboot. The reason I said there could be 3 shows instead of 2 is because there is a new version of this show. But this was a reboot that was actually created by a fan on YouTube, and there were only 9 episodes, and I think there was a copyright issue, so they changed it to the Alphabet Bunch. So the old one versus the new one. And then you can go on, and it's a clip. The cable drives me crazy.
Hey, Mr. H, what you doing there? Oh, hey, Mr. M. Well, I'm actually working on a little farm scene, and I'm trying to include all the animals that start with the letter H. Oh, that sounds like fun. How far did you get, Mr. H? Well, I've got one animal I can include, and that animal is a horse.
Okay, we get the idea. We can
Of course, a horse starts with the same letter as horrible hair. Horrible hair, horse, horse. You hear the H?
So, growing up in the 1990s, kids in the U.S. were occasionally treated to programming from the UK, Canada, Australia, and other countries. So it wasn't unheard of for American kids to see and love a kids show made in England. Next slide. And there's those creepy Teletubbies for you. I don't know why you're still here, Jeremy. Go to bed. The other children's show I want to ask you about was also shown on PBS, and it's great. I started watching it after learning about it. It's said to be the best children's program you never knew existed, especially since it appears to have multiple names, and the official one is, you know, bad if you have your mind in the gutter. Yes or no, chat? Have you ever seen or heard of the ITV Kids series, The Letters of Wonderland, The Wonders of Wonderland, The Wonders of Letterland, or Trouble with Teabag? Yes, this is all one series. And I think it also has to do with the way UK series are named. That'd be like if Doctor Who had a different name each season. That's weird. Is this familiar to anyone?
Definitely not to me.
We can go on. So here is the intro for the show. There doesn't seem to be a real intro, with new episodes starting immediately where the last one left off. But it starts out creepy, then moves to fantastical. Everything little me would have loved to have watched. Because Big Me is interested in watching the series. It's actually pretty good. So go ahead. Do the diagonal A. So here she's going to see a clown move on its own. That's the creepy part. Absolutely not. I should have played this a 2 times speed.
Hello? Anybody here?
There it says Wonders of Wonderland instead of Letterland.
Ah, I see you found it.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I couldn't see anybody, so I just...
Quite all right. Nice, isn't it?
Yes.
I can understand you're being taken with it. Do you know it's the most valuable piece in the whole shop?
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a game, isn't it?
Yes, of course. That's clever of you. Yes, it is.
How'd you play it?
Well, that is the pity. You see, the rules have been lost, I'm afraid.
Oh.
But I'm sure that you could work it out. Just a moment now. I'll clear a space for you. There we are.
Oh, no, look, I haven't time. I've got to go. I've loads of homework to do.
Oh, dear.
Yes, I'm in enough trouble as it is.
That's
I
a
don't want
pity.
to fall further behind. Yes. It is interesting, isn't it? But I really have to go home now. Ouch! What was... Hello?
I say, oh dear, oh me, oh my, oh my. I say, you up there?
Me?
Do you mind terribly not slamming things down like that? It's like a flipping earthquake down here. Oh, that is, I mean, if it's no trouble,
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Wow. What are you doing down there?
I live here.
You live in a game?
Alright, deposit. Alright. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. The screen record kind of does that, and there's really nothing I can do about it because I'm recording my screen. Alright, so the next slide.
Small.
So Debbie, the little girl in the story, gets into the game via thinking small and horrible 70s graphics, even though it's 1985. This is a doll. It's reminiscent of H.R. Pufnstuf and Lidsville, both British kids shows that made their way to U.S. TV screens. So, yeah, I just want to show you how she gets into the game. Oh my God, that's so loud. You're right. Steph, can you lower the volume? Oh God, yes, please, thank you.
Well done, simply marvelous. You have arrived.
Oh,
Have a good spin.
my head.
Travel sick. Now, do as I do. Whenever I'm travel sick, I always breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth 3 times.
Okay, so Debbie must play the game to find the missing golden letters to open the chest, which I assume will end the evil Queen Teabag's reign over Letterland/Wonderland. That is Teabag, right there on the right. That's her name, because she likes to drink tea. Okay, Jeff. I want to point out that Teabag has a crown that is suspicious. Reminds me of something we have talked about recently. Paris, the Statue of Liberty, and Lucifer. It's got the 7 lines with stars on it. Just want to point that out.
Bright soul.
Oh, pause. So there's also residue of Mirror Mirror on the Wall, reworded for the purpose of this episode. Here we go.
Bright soul. Mirror, mirror under the sea, who is as beautiful as me?
That's it.
You are beautiful, that is true. But you'll soon...
This bright soul.
Just wanted to show the residue of Mirror Mirror. The series ran for 9 seasons. There were 93 episodes that I'm aware of. There could be more, plus 4 Christmas specials from 1985 to 1992. So I was 9 when this came out. This is something I definitely would have watched. I don't know what happens to Debbie, but she isn't mentioned past the 2nd season, with new characters being added and new storylines replacing the one that ends. Does anyone remember this?
So this was shown in the U.S.?
Yeah, on PBS.
Yeah, how did we miss it? That's crazy.
I know. So, go on. There's a YouTube channel. No, says Quantum Filet. You know, next one, please. And the man in the beginning plays all the adult male parts. Except for the Sultan. If there's more than 2 men, but he's always in the show as a different character. So the guy in the beginning in the store was the guy in the game, and he's also the fisherman guy. You know, next slide. So here is the entire series on YouTube, minus a few episodes. If you do not remember it and want to check it out for yourself or your kids, the entire series is found on YouTube, minus a few deleted episodes, on the YouTube channel, Just Reese. Did Jeff and I just miss these shows? Are they new for you as well? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I don't know. It's actually a pretty good show. I do recommend you checking it out, especially if you have kids or grandkids. I think they'll like it. Jeff, this is the one that blew your mind, Mr. Rogers. And we did show this on Shifty Sunday, but most of the people in the chat have not seen this Mr. Rogers Mandela effect. Hello, Gary Thorsell. Good to see you. And those of you that have seen it, don't tell them. Don't mention. Just Yes, I do think it makes it harder for you, Quantum Play. I do. This one you might be affected by. Oh, so yeah, meanwhile, we'll check your payment method is valid. Everything's expired right now. You have to zoom out. Control 0. No, you're good. You were good. Hit Control 0. There you go. Okay. Jeff, do you want to read this one? Because I know this one freaked you out.
Yeah. While making a video, I saw something that 1,000,000% is an ME for me and Jeff. It's about Mr. Rogers' sweater again. To recap, I remember Mr. Rogers wearing red sweaters, but he wears every color of the rainbow now, including pink. Many of you remember other colors, but not this amount of variety or the closet full sweaters. A couple years ago, I saw a clip on Zeducation, which I shared with many, a clip of Mr. Rogers singing Boys Are Boys from the beginning, where he teaches kids how they will grow up to be men and ladies. I saw this clip so many times. Which leads me to the new question, the new Mandela effect. Yes or no? Was Mr. Rogers' sweater always a solid color? Yes. Or do you remember patterns? No.
So if you remember all solid colors, you're going to say yes in the chat. And if you remember him wearing patterns, you're going to say no in the chat. Or you can write solid or pattern, if that's easier for you to remember. Yes, solid for Gary. Yes for Quantum Filet, solid. Yeah, write solid or pattern, if that's easier. Oh, it's easier to keep track. And if you already saw this answer that you originally answered, that's fine. So yes for pushing buttons, solid color. Noise Guru, that's not going to work for me. Dave, are you really asking who Mr. Rogers is? Are you responding to something in the chat? Yes. Okay. Dave, you're in Australia, aren't you? That could be why. I didn't know Mr. Rogers wasn't in Australia. Yes. Correct, Jackie. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood guy. But it's this now, yeah. Solid for Go-Kart Bob. Hi, Go-Kart Bob. He's an Aussie as well. I thought so. That's why I was asking. I believe that you've never heard of him now that I remember you're in Australia. Gotcha. You only know after the ending. Gotcha. Do you mean Mr. Wizard Noise Guru? Okay, we can go on, Jeff. It's solid for you. I know it is, because...
Yeah. This Boys Are Boys clip is what made me see him wearing a yellow sweater for the first time. It was all yellow like this.
Yes.
Boys are boys.
But there are 2 times he did sing it with a yellow sweater, and that I found. So you might say, Sandy, you just saw one of those other clips.
From the beginning. Girls are girls right from the start. Everybody's fancy. Everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. Only girls can be the mummies.
There's a Mandela here.
Only boys can grow up and be the daddies. Yes, sir.
He added more words.
Everybody's
I don't remember that.
fancy.
Huh?
Only boys can be. It was only boys can be the daddies.
Isn't that what he said?
No, rewind it.
Everybody's fine. Daddies, yes, sir. Mummies. Only boys can grow up and be the daddies.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Everybody's fancy.
Yeah, what's the grow up part? That wasn't there.
No, it was only boys can be the daddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to confuse people even more. All right, so.
Everybody's fine.
So, you might say, Sandy, you just saw one of these other clips. No. I saw it on Education. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hold on, I messed up on
Boys are boys from the...
I wasn't done playing this.
Everybody's fancy.
Yeah.
Everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. I think you're a special person, and I like your ins and outsides. Everybody's fancy. Everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. Boys are boys.
Okay. While he's reading, I want everyone to look at the screen. Go ahead, Jeff.
Nope, I confirmed it was the yellow and black sweater on Zeducation. Because lucky for me, he made it a short of the clip. This is 100% a Mandela. I can't never, ever, ever. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I have never seen him wear a sweater with black sleeves and the claw patterns at the top. Stop. No, just no. I am so upset by this one. I'm sorry.
And by the way, the black sleeves are actually blue now. They're navy blue. We're going to see it coming up. The hip play.
From the beginning, if you were born a boy, you stay a boy.
You see the arms,
Girls
everyone.
are girls right from the start. When you're born a girl baby, you grow up to be a bigger girl and then a woman. Everybody's fancy, everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. Only girls can grow up to be the mummies.
There you go. Down you
Only boys can grow up to be the daddy. Everybody's fancy, everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. Boys are boys from the beginning.
Can you zoom in on the right side? Oh, you can't zoom. But if you guys look on the right side, we're going to have a better picture of it. It's like a yellow vest with black arms, but it's not black. They're blue. So when you go to the next slide, you'll see. Or the one after it. I don't know. You know, it's actually navy blue. I don't know if you could see it here. Or brown. I'm sorry, brown, not blue.
Brown, yeah.
It's brown. It's brown, not blue. Sorry, Jackie, I didn't mean to mess you up there. I forgot that it changed to brown. Because this is still new for me. They were black, now they're brown. And look at the claw patterns, like that spiky pattern on the. Never.
Yeah, I don't remember him ever wearing that.
Never wore a sweater that wasn't solid. So is this new for you? Because this is love you love. Never that is tacky. It is brown. You are correct. Yeah, I was. So we're on to the new stuff now. I was upset by that one. I was so upset by that one. So upset when I saw that. Oh. Yes, always solid, says Gary. It was black when I put it together, Jackie. When I was putting the presentation together, it was black. And then when I presented it on Shifty Sunday, it was brown. I'm sorry, Lovey Love. That's got to be hard. And I hear they're preying on people who are colorblind with these glasses that don't do anything. Like, if it does anything, it's very minimal. It makes everything like rose tinted. All right, guys.
That stupid song in my head all night.
I'm sorry. This one's a compilation, okay, with lots of questions. So everybody's thinking caps on. Here we go. These might not be Mandela effects, but illusions, things we've never heard of before. But they do claim that the first two I'm going to talk about are illusions. Or they may be Mandelas. And the illusion explanation is Manskews. I'm going to let you decide that. And we're going to look at these strange compilation of things that I don't remember. Here we go.
Curious object float.
So, optical illusion or Mandela Manskews. That's what you're going to answer. You're going to say illusion or Manskews. Okay? Have you ever seen a helicopter flying in a TV show, a movie, a home video, any type of video? Okay? I'm sorry. But the blades are not moving at all. Okay, have you ever seen that? They're claiming it has to do with the frame rate matching the blade's speed. I guess that makes sense, but then why have I never seen this in a movie, a TV show, a home video, anything of the sort? So what you're going to see is you're going to see a helicopter flying with the blades not moving, and they're claiming it's because of the frame rate. My question for you is this really an optical illusion? Or is that a man's excuse for why this is happening? Jeff, hit play. Jeff, hit play. Please.
Curious object floating in midair story. This time our subject is a helicopter that's apparently stopped still, its blades not appearing to move, and yet it doesn't fall out of the sky. As excitingly mysterious as this all is, there are some party poopers who have explained this is a simple optical illusion, which is just the result of the way a camera works. It's essentially the result of the frame rate of the video synchronizing with the rotation of the blades. This can make spinning objects appear still. Nothing to see here. Sorry about that. Curious object floating in midair.
With no blur whatsoever. They look still with zero blur. Anybody.
Man
Somebody
excuse.
says, no. No.
It's a
As
man
long as the
excuse.
blades are at a certain speed, says Noise Guru. So Noise Guru says illusion. Push a button says man excuse. Mandanimal says it's a balloon. But it's multiple. We have multiple clips. Different helicopters. So not a balloon. Happens with wheels too.
They
No,
just
see,
made
I'll
up
see
a
the
lame
wheels spin
excuse.
backwards, but not moving.
Lame excuse.
I'm about to get upset here. I think I forgot to add a clip. And if I forgot to add the clip for this, I'm going to have to send it to you on Messenger.
All right.
So, can you read this? I'm going to send it to you in preparation.
Yeah.
Because based on you skipping ahead, I think I'm pretty sure it did not send.
All right. Yes or no? Could ladders walk on their own with a little nudge in your past if it was on the right angled tiny incline? Yes or no?
Oh no, don't tell me I deleted it. Oh no. Jeff, I'm going to be gone a second. I have to go to YouTube, get the link and the timestamp. It's going to kick me out.
Okay.
So, well, if it's not here, let me see if it's not here. I don't think it is, though, because I think you went right to the whales. And it could be out of order. There's always a possibility. Let me check and see if it's out of order. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I have the slide. I'm going to send it to you on Messenger in case if the next one doesn't say, oh my God, I can't.
All right.
Then you have to go to Messenger.
Well, let's see what the next one says.
Okay.
Nope.
It doesn't. All right. It's sending on Messenger now. So you should have it any second. It already went through on my end. Flimsy ladders can walk, definitely, says Dave the Damo. Yeah, I think so, says Pushing Buttons. No, this is like standing broom, says Mandanimal. I agree with you, Mandanimal. No, I just think I didn't upload it. No, not thin metal, Dave. Any ladder. Okay. So, it says physical phenomenon or Mandela manscuse. And I have seen many ladders on shallow hills before, but I have never seen one start walking downhill because it was given a little push, a little shove. So we're going to hit play.
Villagers in Kerala are claiming that a ladder has come to life, walking one step at a time down a dusty road and causing quite a stir. But that's not all. Locals are actually worshipping the ladder in an attempt to pacify the spirit believed to be behind this supernatural spectacle. According to witnesses, the ladder is possessed by the spirit of a person who had died after falling from it. Some initially thought it was a trick, but after watching the ladder move step by step, they became convinced that something otherworldly was at play. In fact, the video footage of the ladder has become so popular that some people are too scared to visit the location and witness it for themselves. But fear not, because a Reddit user has provided a possible explanation for what's happening, a concept known as passive dynamic walking. Essentially, the theory goes that the ladder is on an incline and someone nudges it, causing it to start rocking. The force of gravity is just enough to keep the ladder moving, but not so much that it falls over. It's all about finding the balance between the ladder's structure and the forces pulling it downwards. Whether you believe in spirits or physics, there's no denying that this ladder is seriously weird itself. Villagers in Kerala are claiming that a ladder...
Dave says it happens. Good quality, safe ladders won't do that. I've never seen that ever happen, but I believe you. I've just never ever seen it happen, and I think we're losing Jeff because the... Oh no, you got to switch
No, I'm
back.
still here.
You got to switch back to Flickr. I forgot. I'm sorry. Sonic? We haven't covered Sonic since... Wow, 2018, 2019? I don't even have a presentation. Well, actually, I have a different presentation on Sonic. Not the original Mandela, but a different Mandela to Sonic.
One of those ladder videos was clearly fake because it had feet.
I didn't see the feet. I didn't see feet. I saw. When I
it
saw
had feet. The brown one had feet on the bottom.
That's weird.
It was like AI or whatever. It was fake. In fact, they might all be fake because there's no way a ladder does that. That's crazy.
No, they're saying it's legit.
They could say what they want. I'm not believing that.
Okay, Sonic always had ears for me. I'm going to tell you that. But not like that. They look like horns. Jackie, I'm just going to put a presentation together for you because this is new. So I'll cover that next week, Jackie. Yeah, we covered that part, the second part, but I will definitely cover that next week. All right.
Sandy,
here we go. Yeah,
we're going to have to do a part 2 because I can only get through a couple more of these.
Let me see. Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. I'm trying to see what I have. Well, one of them's only 4 slides. Hold on for a minute.
We could go through all the little ones, yeah.
I'm waiting for my albums to load. Well, you can definitely skip the Chris McGee one because he's not here. The Worms one is 4 slides. I have to cover the ice cream one because it's relevant because he just made a video on it. That's why I was covering it. And his link is in the description.
Well, how many is the ice cream one?
It's a long one.
Yeah, I can't do a long one. It's getting late.
Well, then we'll just have to do that one and skip the other two. Because, like I said, the link is in the description for that presentation.
That we can do then, yeah.
All right, so after this presentation, we'll do one more and we'll save the other two for the next show. Which,
Yeah.
again, will not be on Rumble. As of right now, it won't be on Rumble because StreamYard will have been expired. And I can't stream to Rumble without premium, which is too darn expensive. All right. I have two more to ask you about, but these are about animal behaviors. So not illusions, just animal behaviors. It's quite possible I just never knew these were a thing, but I will let you decide if this is a new Earth behavior or not. Yes or no? Was it normal in your past for whales to do handstands and stick their tail up in the air and just sit there, not moving, for several minutes to several hours? Yes or no in the chat.
I would lean towards no on that.
Jackie says no. No, that is weird, says Lovey Love. Hey, Wood Riders, good to see you. Mandanimal is a no. Splatter, not hours. Don't know about hours. Yeah, it's definitely several hours. I checked. Instinct and intuition, says Wood Riders. Anyone else want to answer yes or no? Okay, we can go on so you can see the video.
I don't want to get too close.
The rare phenomenon of tail sailing in whales remains a mystery yet to be decoded.
The craziest thing that's ever happened. The transparent kayak is making the whales act so weird. It's just come up and put its tail up in the air like that. It's not even, I don't even know what to say anymore. Oh, and the little baby's just swimming around it. Is it? Look at it! It's a huge whale tail right in front of me. I don't want to get too close.
The rare phenomenon of tail sailing in whales remains a mystery yet to be decoded.
Okay, pause it. Hold on. In Desperation, says Love You Love. Oh, no, that's a game. Pushing Button says nope. Mandanimal said they would drown. They have to come up for air, says Mandanimal. Apparently they don't now. Don't understand. I have never heard of or seen a whale tail sail before. Have you? Here's a video of someone catching this phenomenon in real time. Is this common knowledge I never knew? Or do you think this is a Mandela's whale behavior, which it looks like it might be? So there's pictures on the next slide of more tail sailing. People taking pictures of just tails sticking out of the water. Not moving, just hanging out in the water. Good. Let's back. Yep. Yes or no. And finally, I know frogs can croak and chirp, but could they sing a continuous chirp so that water around them rippled? Do you remember frogs, yes or no, being able to vibrate the water they were in? And look at the baby frog on top of its mom. Look at that. My little frog. He's so cute. I can't. Yes or no? Do you remember frogs chirping, making the water vibrate? Dave says probably yes. I'm not asking if it's possible. I'm asking if you remember that being a thing, though. Just to let you know. I'm asking in your memory if you've ever seen it. Because I have never seen it or heard of it. And I have about 4 presentations on frogs. I think I'd come across something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sound is vibration, so it makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I am saying I've never seen this ever happen. Splatter says yes. Lovey Love says yes, see it in my head. Well, you just saw it a second ago because you skipped the slide. With your eyes. We can go to it. Go to the next one. Let them see it.
Let's see how this frog creates water ripples.
Like, I also don't remember frogs being able to chirp like this.
Let's see how this frog creates water.
Like, listen to how long that chirp was. I don't remember them making that noise. I don't.
No. Me either.
It reminds me of one of those machines that vibrates sand and it makes patterns. That's what this frog reminds me of. Pushing Button says totally. Lovey Love says always. They have always ruled. Yes, Kermit the Frog does sing. Correct, Mario. But I also never saw Kermit the Frog vibrate the water. All right. We can go on. Again, this may not be new behavior or illusions or whatever. I just never knew they were capable of doing, but I've never known them to do this. Is this new for you too? Is any of this new for you? Tail sailing, helicopters, syncing with the frame rate to look like the blades aren't moving at all with zero blur.
That's a clear man excuse.
Like
You
I said,
agree?
yes, because we would have seen it in a movie, a TV show, the
Yeah.
news, something, a home video, something. I've never seen it before, and all of a sudden there's all these videos of helicopters flying with the blades stationary.
Yeah, they just keep coming up with clear, lame excuses for stuff because they don't want to look into anything and they don't want to open their minds.
I know, Lovey Love, the little frogs, I know. They are adorable. I can't. I had to use them, little ones on the finger. Okay. So, ice cream. Well, YouTube's about to have a reckoning when Trump gets in office because he's going to make it so these platforms, which aren't public squares and not publishers, aren't going to be able to censor us like they have been, at least in the United States.
I love that he's going to do that. I didn't think he would. I hope he follows through with it.
Yeah, he's going to uphold our free speech, which is amazing.
Yeah. It's about
Okay,
time.
here we go. Credit Sagarn Mandela Effect Jose for part 1. His video is linked in the description. And myself for the rest. Recently, Jose made a video about a new Mandela effect, and it turns out it's actually a variation effect. Please check out Jose's video. It will be linked in the description. Here is what he asked. What is this frozen treat called? What do you call this frozen treat? And I did ask this verbally on Propagate's show, so if you heard that, just answer what you originally answered. And Jeff, feel free to answer what you remember. Or don't. Jeff, you with us?
I have to see more than that to have a name.
Oh, that's all it looks like. Push pop for Dave the Damo. Push pop for Splatter.
Oh, now I remember.
Eskimo for Roulier Benjamin.
Push-ups, yeah.
Push ups for you. We have someone new in chat. Christopher Fees. Give me a minute. I'm coming. I gotta get back to YouTube. 1 second. Welcome, Christopher Fees, to the 1500 Club. There we go. Where was I? Okay. I know I saw more answers. Push up pops for Angels Don't Fall. Welcome. Push up for pushing button 62. Okay. Variation effect, like I said. Here we go. Go on. Next. Jose recalls these being called push pops. And as you can see on the screen, there's a box from Stater Brothers that say push pops. But then in the corner, it says Stater Brothers push up pops. And then there's another company, Push Pops. Jose recalls these being called push pops. I also remember push pops, but I recall push up pops as well. And I can find at least one brand calling them push up pops, which I showed you right there in the corner. But the major brand Popsicle and Nestle do not call them push pops or push up pops. Next slide, please. Okay. This is out of order. Unless you skipped one. No, it's out of order. Alright guys, hold on 1 second. What is happening with Flickr? Flickr was going super slow today, and I bet you, I did upload this. I did upload those slides. I bet you it skipped over them when it was doing the upload. I just want to make sure it's not out of order. Okay, it is out of order. So Jeff, I'll just read this and we'll just go through it the way it is. Okay?
All right.
All right. So this is for future. This led me to a couple of other treats that I wanted to ask you about. Is this a Mandela effect or just different names in different regions? I'll let you decide. So the different names in different regions is referring to this. And I have zero memory of the arrow in push up. Do you? So push up is Nestle and Popsicle. Do you guys remember the arrow in push up? Can you see that? Are you able to zoom in on the purple one? It's easier to see that one.
Which purple one?
The purple box and the Scooby-Doo box on the bottom ones. See the arrow? I don't remember the arrow.
I don't know if I've ever even seen those.
Yeah. All right, but so this was the third. All right, so this should have been. So the last push-up one with the push pops should have been the next slide. Would have been the next one, and this would have been the third, and then where I said, "Is this a Mandela for you?" would have been the fourth. This whole thing's out of order. Flickr screwed up today. Okay, so there are push pops, push M's, tubes, turbo tubes, polar poles, and so many names, with the third most common being pop-ups. Popsicle brand is op-ups, which I think a lot of people in the U.S. know Popsicle brand, and I've never heard pop-ups ever. There is no need for this range of names because none of these are trademarked. They all could have been called push-up pops, or push-up, or push-ups, but there's 100 names for this. I don't understand why, because it's not trademarked. And also, can you zoom in on the red ones at the top? They're the same brand, but they have different names. One is orange sherbet push M's, and the other one is cherry sherbet tubes. They're the same brand.
Yeah.
What the heck? So I think this might be a variation effect and not just a case of people making up their own names. Because why would same companies have a different name for the same product? Just because the flavor is different? Doesn't make any sense. I'm so confused by this one. So, go ahead. Now remember, I have more questions for you. That's where we're going now. And fingers crossed these are in order. Most brands call them push up or push up with a dash, with no S. The Popsicle brand will sometimes call them push ups with the S. Do you recall this name? Because there is a third name that I also found. Like I said, the third name was pop-ups. We already heard about it. And here you can see we have Dino with push dash up. But when it's any of the other, and at the top left, there's no dash. Just like with Pebbles, there's no dash. Why is there a dash here and no dash up there? It's all confusing. It hurts my brain. So now we're getting to my questions. Okay. There is a popsicle I could have just missed, but it was sold on trucks for decades. So it may possibly be an ME. Or it could just be that I missed it, so I want to ask you. And it's out of order. I cannot.
Crap.
Wait a minute. Leave this for a second. Leave. Leave it. Get out of there. I wonder if you're in the stream and not the album. I'm taking you down from the screen for a minute. Go out to the albums again. Go back to the albums. I'm going to look and see if it's in order in the albums on my end. Like, really? Why is it out of order? There is no reason for it to be out of order. I uploaded it one by one. Yeah, like the answers before the question. Guys, I can't do this one. I can't do this one. It's all out of order. Jeff, just go do it. Go to the tree. Just do the trees. Just do the trees. And I'll fix this one for next week.
Okay.
I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that.
Yeah, because I went to the app and it's still out of order.
Yeah, it's out of order. It took forever to upload to Flickr today. And it reordered everything as I was uploading.
All right, so we'll get back to that one on the next show then.
Yeah, and I'll just relink. But if you guys want to check out Jose's video, it is still linked in the description. See, I do remember him having ears. I just don't remember them. I remember them all blue. So they blended in. It looks weird, I will say that.
It looks the same to me, except for the arms.
I'm going to Photoshop it, and then I'll be able to see it, and then I'll tell you if I remember it like that. Jeff, can you read? Because I just read the last two. I'm like dying.
Yeah. Years ago, many in the community, including myself, covered, what is that? Baobab?
Yep.
Baobab?
Baobab? I think it's Baobab.
Baobab trees. Trees that live for thousands of years and provide textiles, wood, fruit, and water for arid communities. But some of the 2,000-year-old baobab trees are dying. Sajar Mandela effect recently mentioned this in a video. But the way they are dying is the strange part. They have been dying from this since the 1990s. So this should have shown up in my past research, but it didn't. This mold above is responsible, a type of black mold. Sometimes it starts in patches and will eventually turn the whole tree black. Then branches start falling off until the entire tree dies. But other times, The mold draws spirals all over the tree. I'm calling Mandela here. I have never seen mold behave this way, or a baobab tree covered in black mold etched spirals. Have you?
So yes or no, have you ever seen mold act like this? Have you ever seen black mold on trees like this? Again, it's only the baobab, so if you don't have them in your area. But I know, like, in Australia they exist, so I'm asking, have you ever seen this? They all look wrong. Oh, are you still talking about Sonic? Okay. Yeah, Jackie, his arms were blue for us. They're naked.
Yeah.
It looks so wrong.
But that's the only difference for me. Otherwise, he looks the same.
Yes, the trees were in the movie The Gods Must Be Crazy. You are correct. I don't remember seeing the spirals. So, guys, I'm asking about the spirals. Actually, go to the next slide so you can see the trees themselves. This is actually a tree bark.
All right. There aren't many photos of this phenomenon, but it has arborists and mycologists, scientists who specialize in the study of mold and fungi, stumped.
So can you zoom in on the trees, please? Like, look at that one.
Seen that.
I've never seen that. Jackie, I said I'd cover it next week. It's okay.
And I am stumped how not one of these patterned or tattooed trees showed up when I researched them last, which is why I believe the way this mold behaves could be a Mandela effect.
Yeah, I use stumped because that's the word they used when I researched this.
Stumped. But what do you think? Do you think this is new mold behavior to this reality, or do you think it's just rare, so the entire community that I know of missed this despite this happening to the trees for 30 plus years? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Has anyone ever seen this before? No one's answering. I've never seen this. Mold that draws spirals on trees. Well, on this tree at least. I haven't looked at other trees. Drawing it on other trees. Huh?
I wouldn't know if I ever saw this kind of tree in the first place, but I know I've never seen that kind of mold on a tree.
It looks etched.
Yeah.
All of them, says your rider. Never seen it, says Mandanimal. No, says Splatter. Never seen that, says Dave. Do you want to do the 4-slide one?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of crazy. It's the worm. It's crazy.
Yeah, we'll finish on that one, I guess.
Yeah. Let's finish on the worm. Guys, I know marine worms are nothing new, but this does something that is new in my reality. This is the white marine annelid worm. Its genus is Polycates, and the way they reproduce is what makes me think this could be a Mandela sea creature. Yeah, thank you for pausing it. It's good you paused it. The technical term is rapid disintegration, and it causes instant death for the worm. Do you remember any creatures reproducing this way? And I think this one's out of order too, because I said that it explodes, so it's probably on the next slide. But show them the video. Show them explode.
Annelid worm resembles a white thread discarded at the bottom of the sea. When it comes to reproduction, they release gametes by exploding, and their life cycle ends there.
Done. Did we see
The
that?
annelid worm
Did you all see that? It just exploded to powder. Has anyone? Play it one more time, please. Just one more time. Watch the worm.
resembles a white thread discarded at the bottom of the sea. When it comes to reproduction, they release gametes by exploding, and their life cycle ends there.
Powder. Insane. Jeff, is this new for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why this was supposed to be the last one that and then the ice cream. Although there is one thing I wanted you to show with the ice cream. The graphic I made. Go on. Do you think this is Mandela, or do you think this is just one of the mysteries in the sea we never knew about? Or have you known about this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And really quickly, Jeff, can you go to the last image in that ice cream folder?
Yeah.
Let's ask the chat on a nice note instead of exploding worms. Pushing button shock face. Imagine that happens to men. There would be explosions everywhere. This is Dave. That's some wild stuff in the ocean. Alien like, says Griftoper. So hard to say, sorry. Griftoper. Alright, here we go. Just for fun, I made a graphic to go with the ice cream thing. Jeff, can you zoom in a little bit on that with the plus? No, I meant like zoom out.
It only does that.
No, I mean the control plus thing, so the whole screen gets bigger.
Doesn't do it on this computer.
Ah, that stinks. Alright, well then I guess show them line by line. I'm just curious what you guys would pick if you could only choose one. Oh, it did. It just didn't make the images bigger.
Yeah.
Hit Control 0. Hit Control 0. So you don't forget. Alright, so you can only pick one, guys. Only one this time. On Hero Show, I said you could pick two. So you've got ice cream on the top. You got milkshake, cone, sundae, banana split, cone with the dip on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Going down. Next line, we've got a Klondike bar, number 6. We got the screwball with the gumball at the bottom, number 7. A Chipwich is number 8. Choco Taco is number 9. Creamsicle is number 10. Number 11 is that push-up. Going down. The Twister is number 12. Any character pop is 13. Your standard ice cream bar with the chocolate coating is 14. Fudgicle is 15. A snow cone, 16. I can't mention that one. The red, white, and blue ice pop is 17. Going down. We have 2 different versions of the Nutty Buddy. We have 18 is standard, 19 is with the chocolate center. 20 is a fruit bar. 21 is an ice cream sandwich. 22 is any of the shortcake ice cream bars. And 23 is a cotton candy or any crazy flavored popsicle. So those are your options. I'm just curious. Let's see. Splatter is a number 4. You can zoom out now. Jackie is a number 3. Choco Taco for Grifter. Griftofer. Gotta say it a few times. Mandanimal is a banana split. Yep, only one pushing. I know, it's so hard. I know. I'm going to default to number 2. I will always choose custard. Always. Stick them all in a bowl. Says Dave. You get them all. SpongeBob was born in 1986. Oh my goodness, did not realize he was that old. Yeah, it is totally real though. You can Google it, absolutely real. All over the internet, all over science channels, totally real. Drumstick for pushing buttons. Banana split for Dave. 23, the cotton candy bar for pushing buttons. And Noise Guru, who was here earlier, chose 23. Michael Fontaine is saying 9. Chaka Taka. Alright guys, that's it for this week. I'm sorry about the presentation, but again, check out Jose's video in the description. And again, before we go, Rumble, I am sorry. I don't have $45 a month to pay for StreamYard. And in order to stream to Rumble, I have to have StreamYard Premium. So I am very sorry. For the time being, this will be the last live show on Rumble. So I recommend if you are only on Rumble, come join us on YouTube at Sandy Diva Mandela Effects. It's youtube.com/@SandyDiva, one word. And you'll continue seeing shows there. And to the rest of my audience, I am sorry. You're going to have to make the shows shorter because a 2.5 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour show, I can't do it because they do limit the hours. So for the time being, shorter shows, no shows on Rumble. And that's about it. Just wanted to give you a heads up that I'm hearing noises out there. That's weird. Yeah. So I want to thank y'all for being here. I'm going to do a super quick shout out with the names that I can see. So if you haven't said anything in a while, speak now. Super Mario Brothers was first tonight, and he's first at the top right now. Pushing Button 62 is here. Mandanimal, Christopher Thieves, Dave the Damo, Blue Riders DG. I also saw Gary Thorsel earlier. Angels Don't Fall, Mustard Seed of Faith was here. Michael Fontaine. Thank you to Jeremy Ord Hebrew, who was here earlier. We also have Jackie McCarran. I said Dave the Damo, didn't I? I'm going to say it again. Let's see. I said Blue Riders. He's scrolling down. Lots of Jackies. Mandanimal is here. Noise Guru was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here with us now. Pushing Button 62. Scrolling. Lovey Love was here. Tim Mothman was here. Christine and Christine Lim were here. I'm still scrolling, guys. Splatter 420. I said Mandanimal, I think, but I'm going to say it again. My brain is thinking of people who were here earlier. If you can think of anyone who was here earlier, Jeff, just shout it out. There's Michael Fontaine. I'm thinking, I know I saw people earlier. I can't think. Well, thank you to those that I missed. I know you were here earlier, but my brain is not working because it's 4:30 in the morning here. And it's 3:30 in the morning where Jeff is, so we're both hanging on to a thread. Especially me after doing 2 full shows right in a row. So guys, I hope you have a wonderful night. Check Blue Rider's last few comments. Check in. Oh, Restream's horrible. I tried it several times with Boston Ray. It's horrible. It doesn't work. It deletes everything. I won't have it only lets you have one intro. So like Jeff's intro is out. If I have a guest on, there's no other intros. There's no countdown. There's no nothing. It doesn't even hold the background. It's horrible. It's not worth a penny. But thank you. Thank you. There's nothing comparable to StreamYard. I have tried them all. all of them. None of them work. Now, if you're on camera, Zoom is an option, but we're avatars. There's no avatars on Zoom. So that's out. I've tried Melon, Restream, Zoom. I've tried so many of them. The only one that works for my needs is StreamYard. So I'm going to have to go back to the free one, unfortunately. Yeah, Rumble Studio doesn't work for this either. It's not the same. This stores all my stuff. Like, I have literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have at least 30. No, probably about 50. Like I have here, example, quick second. Things aren't playing for me, so I'm just switching through them. Like I have so many videos and outros, and this is bad because my outro is not showing. Jeff, I need you here a second.
Yeah.
I'm refreshing StreamYard because I can't see. I won't know when the outro is done. So I have to refresh. I'll be right back.
All right.
Sorry about that, everyone. My internet dropped out. That's what was happening. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, no, I'm sorry, guys. As I was saying, like, everything is stored in here, and you don't have that option with the other ones. Restream is the only other one that works. But I can't store any of the videos that I need stored. And there's no backgrounds. Like, I'll put a background up, and the minute I play a video, it'll go back to, okay, well, it'll do that again. And it's like, really? Like, we had this for the election, like, fun stuff. And, you know, back to my screen. But yeah, I've tried them all. I'd rather go back to free and be limited than use something that limits every other option. Like, streaming more isn't helpful if I don't have my videos and stuff like that at that. I mean, I got, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense for me to do that. But thank you all for being here. And we will see you next week. It's just going to be, you know, it's going to be a shorter show. All right? And it's not going to be on Rumble. So, again, Rumble, I'm so sorry. There's not many of you there anyway, but I know there's a few of you like Valley Parks that are always there. And sadly, Karen, I'm really sorry, guys. All right, we'll see you next week. Have a great night, everyone.
Have a great night, everyone.
Smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube. Turn the strap off, 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 please turn it off. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I've seen this show about 1,000,000 times. Not even funny when I'm drunk or high. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I'm telling you now for the 100th time. To change the channel, this show is a crime. Why must we watch Friends? 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 That laugh track is so annoying to me. They wouldn't need it if the show was funny. Why must we watch Friends? 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 There's so much better ways to spend my day than watch TV sing down a cat so smelly. Why must we watch Friends? 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 Why must we watch Friends?